now's a time when things are shifting. There's gonna be a new world order out there. A new power leading.
True internet suffered depression.
Who are fake news?
I am not suicidal.
We'll circle back with you directly. I can circle back. I'll circle back with you. Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Hello and welcome to episode 256 of the Jeffrey and Brian Show. I am Jeffrey.
And I'm Brian.
And with you guys, just drinking some beers, talking what's going on. Election is coming up, 1 week away, Brian.
Yep.
All right, you're excited for the election, then, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I already voted. I'm ready.
Just the one time?
Yeah, just one time.
All right. Well, that's your fault, I suppose.
Yeah.
I
don't want to go to jail for voter fraud.
Yeah, actually, I didn't share it in here, but apparently some lady voted for her dead mother, and she's facing 3 felony charges to include mail fraud. Both those votes were for Trump that she sent in. So in case anyone's saying, no one would do that, think of how much you hate Trump and Trump supporters. Would they do it?
Yep.
All right. Into some follow-up stuff that we've been talking about for a while as it unfolds. The Daniel Penny trial, the New York man who stopped the homeless man on the subway from hurting people, ended up killing this man. He's on trial. 6 of the jurors have been picked, and 2 of them have had issues on the subway, and at least 3 more of them know of a definite horror story that was like their brother or friend or cousin or something.
Huh.
So
well, that should be good for him.
It's gonna be tough to. Yes, it's gonna be tough to find anyone in New York who's never had a bad experience on the subway that's actually takes the subway, you know?
Right.
But I want to follow this one closely because I think this is going to matter a lot in what happens in New York City in general. Like who's going to stick around, what's going to take over, et cetera, et cetera. Right. And we just talked about the Fifth Circuit Court ruling Saturday, weren't we?
Yeah.
And I mentioned like you actually asked like, oh, where is that? And I was like, oh, it's like Southern California,
right.
Nevada. You know that apparently Nevada says they don't care. They're going to continue counting late mail-in ballots.
Right.
And this says rejecting GOP challenge, but didn't the Supreme Court, not the Supreme Court, the Fifth District Court get involved? Or maybe I forgot what Fifth District is. I thought it was Southern California, Arizona, Nevada, that area, but
this is Nevada Supreme Court said they're going to allow it.
Even though a federal court said you don't get to.
Yeah.
Man, they're just setting everything up for no one believing the election, you know?
I can't read the article because I don't want to pay $1.99 for Bloomberg a month.
Yeah, I know. You get what, 3 free a month or something like that? And then you go to open it to talk about it here and you go, shit. Oh. And remember we were talking about that Democrat who was at the gun range with a Republican. I can't remember who the Republican was. I want to say something with a K, but Coons. That's the guy.
Coons.
Yeah, who is the Republican? I thought there's a Republican with him. Maybe not. I thought he was there with the Republican running for the same position. Anyway, the news reporter got shot by a fragmented bullet, and a lot of talk was going down, a lot of smack talk in particular. But apparently, oh Jesus Christ! I just opened up a Hillsdale College national survey for the presidential election somehow. Apparently, they were given warnings, and these people ignored the warnings of what they're doing and how to do this. So they probably shouldn't have been at the shooting range.
No.
But there you go. All right, Brian, what's going on in California with their new crazy laws?
Let's see here. Well, they're going to Newsom just signed into law where they're going to allow eating and smoking at Amsterdam style cannabis cafes.
Um, what do you think of this?
I think wherever the cafes are, there's going to be a lot of weed smell.
That's what I'm thinking. Is like, way do you district these things off to be allowable? Because you don't want to be walking down the street with your 5-year-old and have them getting blasted in the face by a bunch of potheads at the
Yeah,
cafe. You know what I mean?
exactly. Right.
Uh, in general, I don't pro legalization of most stuff, but same ideas. Like we stopped smoking in bars in
Right.
most states,
Yeah.
and now you're going to allow people to smoke grass instead.
Yeah.
And yes, I called it grass on purpose. Did you see this picture or video of the Jersey teacher who stopped a kid from getting his ass kicked?
No.
Apparently, she like jumped on the student and was like using her body as coverage after she'd already called the cops.
Okay.
Uh, well, yeah, wow. You usually see stuff going the other way when teachers take pictures or something, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So, and she was worried about getting fired for touching the student. I was like, if you got fired, I'm pretty sure the whole community would come to see you back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Uh, and it looks like Biden is looking to start replenishing the strategic oil reserve.
Okay.
It
After he
looks like
used it all,
yes, after we used it all up. So now you're going to buy it now, so prices shoot up as soon as Trump wins office, right?
pretty much. What's he gonna buy it for? How much kind of
Well,
price did he negotiate to buy it
I
at?
didn't see a price. I saw he's soliciting for 3 million barrels. So we'll see what that comes down to. Uh, man, we have over 190 million barrels right now. So 3 million more is not a whole lot more, but still, if the world is going to erupt into war, we want to have the oil.
Yeah.
Is how you're going to, because you're not going to run your tanks electrically. You know what I mean?
Wind power.
Yes, yes. You attach it to the top of the tank, and as it drives really fast, it spins the turbine.
Right, exactly.
And law of conservation of energy does not apply on the battlefield. I think you shared this one about flight refunds.
Yes.
Yeah, what's that? What's up with that?
Um, they there's a new law, not law, but a new rule that the let's see, who was it?
Well, it looks like only the U.S.
Transportation
airlines.
Transportation Diet put in place that makes it they can no longer um, decide when they're going to give out refunds and all stuff. They basically made standard operating procedures for all the airlines to, you know, to be able to get for people to get their money back if their flight's canceled or there's a significant delay. Or if
Oh, instead,
there's services that they paid for that they never got, like Wi-Fi or something like that because it was broken, things like that. So,
all right. So instead of getting a discount for your next flight, you just get refunded.
yeah,
Well, that's good because, like, for example, if you miss a funeral, you don't give a fuck about flying back out to bumfuck nowhere
right.
after the funeral already happened. It's like, great, now I have a ticket I already paid for that I have no use for to, let's just say, the middle of Indiana. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what am I going to do in the middle of Indiana? My cousin who lived there isn't alive anymore, you know? And I guess this is a good thing. Give them their money back. They can spend it again if they want. You can even offer them a discount voucher as an I'm sorry too, you know? All right, so what's going on in Virginia? You guys only shared the one this week, not this time.
Yeah, apparently there's a missing contractor at a Portsmouth marine terminal. They can't figure out where he is, where it happened to him. He's not at home. He's not fine. They did a full search of the ship. They searched the water around there, and he's still missing.
You think he's wearing some cement shoes?
Possibly.
Because people usually float when they die. Well, how long were they searching for him? Do you know?
Last I checked, I think they did Saturday and Sunday.
Whew, today's Tuesday, so I mean, geez Louise. Well, it's suspended now, so that's yeah. You typically don't survive too long in the water. You
Especially
know,
during the winter time when the water's
yeah, 40 degrees, 35
uh
degrees.
yeah.
Uh, check this out. West Virginia has a program for if you have too much venison after deer hunting, that you can donate it to the hungry. Oh, I thought that was pretty cool. Never heard of that.
Are you gonna put your
Uh,
name on the list?
for what, for free deer? No. I found out apparently I'm allowed to shoot a deer in my yard without even a hunting permit. Just the
Oh,
fact that it's in my yard makes it okay for me to shoot it and eat it.
okay.
I'm like, oh shit, deer walk through my yard all the time. Why bother even taking any of these classes or paying for tags, you know? Uh, which I'm not a big venison eater. The wife won't eat anything wild, but I think it is cool that they're taking donations to help people. Uh, and they just had this Kroger, uh, the food shop,
Mm.
and the Wheeling police got together for a drug take back day. Basically, they collected actually about 100 pounds of like expired or no longer needed
So
medications,
we're
and
talking
just
prescribed medications, not like illegal medications.
yes, but it is possible they would take your other drugs from you too if you wanted to, but I don't know why you would. And they dispose of them correctly because you know how dumb people are. They will flush their antibiotics down the toilet.
Yeah.
And it's like now you're creating super bugs because the only thing that survived that entire wash of a year's worth
Uh-huh.
of unused antibiotics. And whatever survived that, you can't kill now. And that's what's reproducing, and that's a big problem. So that's why you need to dispose of this stuff properly. Don't know how much longer this Massachusetts category is going to stay in the air. I had some trouble finding some news this time. Usually it's all over the place. But apparently Salem, Massachusetts, yes, that's Salem. But Brian, you are muted. Uh, you are still muted. You got the little line over your microphone and everything on your name. Still quiet. Uh, but anyway, apparently Salem's on fire. I got to find out why Brian is. I'll ask to unmute him and see what happens. There's a brush fire in Salem. It's really destroying the air quality out there. And it's funny, as I mentioned it to the wife, and she's like, "Oh, I heard about this." And she mentioned that fire that was in Canada a year or two ago that just ruined the entire East Coast and pretty far inland too, with all the smoke everywhere. Right, you got to figure out why you got no sound, buddy. Yeah, I just see your name there and the microphone with a little line through it. I'm like, oh, geez, when I click on it, I just make the screen big. Uh, and the Rockefeller Center in New York, the tree they're using this year is going to be coming from Stoughton, Mass, West Stoughton. They'll be cutting the tree down next week sometime soon. So, oh, that's pretty cool. Boston has a giant ceremony every year with the tree lighting, and they get their tree from Nova Scotia every year. I don't remember why though. It's some kind of ongoing thing. Brian, you gotta fix why you got a button click to something that makes you silent? No, man. I think it's in the program. Your microphone's gone.
Yeah, because I'm
Speak.
unmuted now.
Yeah, all right. Did you know you were muted that whole time?
Yes. I
Oh,
was
were
on
you on
the
the?
phone.
I was gonna say, what, were you on the phone?
Yes.
All right. Jeez Louise, you and your timing.
It's not my timing, it's the wife's.
Of course it is, and she knows what you're doing too.
Yeah.
Uh, all right. So this article is supposed to be in the migration category. It's supposed to be about how it's obvious that these migrants are fueling the U.S. economy. But and we
Mhm.
can tell that by the hold on, what is it? I want to say 18. Oh, I'm sorry, $81 billion they're sending to their countries from the United States.
Well, that doesn't
It's
seem
like,
like it's going to help our economy at all.
Yeah, no, you're taking the money out of the economy. That money,
Right.
that would have been money that citizens would have got paid
Yeah.
and spent. And like it pissed me off that this is supposed to prove how they're helping the economy. So you're helping the guy who owns the company make money, and
Right.
then the money that they got paid gets sent to Nicaragua.
Yep.
Uh, so that lets you know how many of these folks are here, how much money is being sent out of this country.
A
Apparently,
lot.
$81 billion in 2022.
Good for Western Union and MoneyGram.
Yeah, right. Uh, and you see Oklahoma school board of education or the school system, whatever you want to call it, suing Harris for $474 million. They're saying it costs that much more to educate the children this year because of the illegal migrants that they are having show up into their schools.
Uh-huh.
So maybe one of these 80,
I don't think they're going to be able to sue her. I mean, she is not the president of the United States. So,
we'll see. By the time this goes through, we'll see what happens. Um, but there you go. Like maybe these $81 billion that got shipped out of the country would have paid the education because we wouldn't have had those kids in the school to teach anyway.
right.
But there would have been enough money to do it. So you're taking money out of the economy and increasing the debt in the economy. And you're going to tell me how this is good for the economy.
Mm.
You can't make this stuff more obvious. You know what I mean? All right. Tell me about this policy you shared because I'm pretty sure this was a couple weeks old.
Oh, yeah. Well, this has been one of his things he's been talking about as of late. You know, well, not even as of late. That's been one of his big themes of the campaigns
Hmm.
is that he wants to make it harder for migrant crime. And there was the mother of a murdered child that was in this ad for this. So
All right.
we got
Well, it's something about the
Trump
victim.
says it's a bad idea, illegal immigration, and Kamala Harris says we need more of it. So
Well, why don't we just let people in the correct way and take the best and brightest from Mexico, India, Guadalajara, Zimbabwe,
that's not
instead of
allowed.
opening the doors and saying, "Come on, gang that got let out of Venezuelan prison, come on in and take over Austin and Aurora."
Yeah.
I just, it really does seem like they just opened the doors wide open as soon as they took office too. So it's not even like they were
Yeah, and
planning.
then as like in the summer of this year, they all of a sudden put new executive orders in place that curbed it again. So,
Well, they tried to make it look like they were doing something about it, but it's like there were things in place that you literally undid.
right. And now they redid them
Did you see
to
George
cut
Lopez?
down on the immigration right before the election.
You see George Lopez do his thing for the Dem Party?
No.
Ah, I wish I had the clip prepared. He's telling a joke about Trump building this stupid wall, and I just laughed because Harris is trying to build a wall. Um, but he's like, man, if you go down there like, and you start building that wall, you better build it in one day. Because I'm telling you, man, you leave that stuff overnight, I don't know what's gonna happen. I was like, no, why don't you tell us what's gonna happen? You say the Mexicans are gonna come and steal all of this stuff?
Right. Yeah.
Because if that's not racist and it's true, then maybe we do need a wall. All right. Michigan, that's you. Wisconsin borders your home state. What's going on? What happened there?
Um,
All right. Well,
where
the
are we?
Supreme Court said no.
Oh yeah,
RFK
yeah.
Jr.'s name
Well,
will stay.
yeah, yeah, these the Democrat Party were fighting all along to keep RFK off the ballots, and then when he dropped out of the race, then they switched their stance and fought to keep him on the ballots, hoping that people would vote for him instead of Trump and take votes away from him.
And this is after all the crap they did to get him to drop out of the Democrat
Yeah.
primary.
And he tried to put his name back on the New York ballot and they said no. So,
And states get to decide how they run their elections, but doesn't it have to be like uh, it seems like there's no rule of order in
No,
the way this is being done. We're
there's
getting an
not.
election month.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't care about this next one. I share it just in case I wanted to go into it. It's about Trump's chances in each swing state to beat Harris. I'm pretty sure right
Well,
now he's ahead in all the swing states, isn't he?
yeah, except maybe Pennsylvania.
Well, maybe, but the way they're talking and the way they're saying all the stuff's going on in Pennsylvania, I don't believe it. Uh,
Right.
I mean,
But he doesn't need all the swing states to win the electoral college. She does.
yes, if he does take Pennsylvania, it's pretty much over.
I heard a story today. If he takes New Hampshire, it's over. And they've only got like 3 electoral votes.
Yeah, New Hampshire's an interesting mess.
Well, it's a
Is the
split.
best.
They split their electoral vote. So,
Yes, but they also that's why the libertarians went there for the free state movement. I actually looked at New Hampshire when we moved out of Massachusetts because that's where all the libertarians are going, trying to like basically take over the government there.
how are they
But
doing?
they are not doing a good job. This very MAGA area I'm in now is way more libertarian than New Hampshire is. These guys will let you do whatever the fuck you want as long as you're not hurting someone else. Uh, I've even seen a couple black people and some people that dress funny with like purple hair around here,
Okay.
and they're not getting their asses kicked every day.
Right.
So I don't know what to tell you. Apparently, this stuff's happening in New York all the time. Maybe you guys just need to move out of these Democrat cities, you know?
Yep.
Uh, There you go. And now the Republicans are asking the Supreme Court to block some of those provisional ballots in Pennsylvania. I'm still not 100% on what this is. That basically means that, like, for example, they used to be like the absentee ballots, right? They'd get put in a special
Yeah.
box, and if they were needed, they would be counted.
Provisional ballot is a ballot that requires the people to show that they're actually eligible to vote after the fact.
Oh, okay. So you want to vote, then what, after they count it, prove that you're a citizen and have a right to vote?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't sound right at all. Uh,
But every state's got its own rules on those too, so
yeah, but you have to be a citizen to vote.
apparently not.
Yeah, apparently not. And Pennsylvania is the one that got in trouble last time for changing their constitution to change the way they voted.
Yeah.
The Republicans brought this up in advance, said, "Hey, you guys can't do that." The court said it hasn't
You don't have
affected
standing
anything.
because it hasn't
Yeah,
happened yet.
exactly. You have no standing was the argument because it hasn't happened yet. It hasn't affected you yet. Then as soon as it went down, they said, "Well, the election already happened. It's still do shit about it." And it's like, what? 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 So I'm not sure what I think of what's going on in Pennsylvania. I did see what's his name there, Senator Strokey. Oh, what's his name? Fetterman. Talked about how they need to stop calling Trump Hitler
Right.
and
He's
how
moderated a lot since the
since his stroke.
stroke.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to knock this down out. And he said that there's a lot of support for Trump in Pennsylvania. We see him like mega stores everywhere, and entire streets lined with Trump supporters. I'm like, this is what makes it tough to believe because I keep hearing how it's so Democrat. But
Yeah.
even the senators, like, are you kidding me? I walk through this giant Trump mob every day.
Right.
All right. This is okay. This harassed and sued thing. I'm pretty sure this is about a Virginia where it's really some legal guy, I think. Jesus Christ. Whatever. Oh, George Washington University law professor was gave the Harris Biden administration a hard time
Uh-huh.
for stopping Virginia and a couple other states from taking illegal migrants off of their voter rolls.
Right.
And obviously, you should be going, what the hell's going on here? But I mean, the universities are like the newspapers; they all march in lockstep. Typically, this guy probably
Yeah.
won't have a job long for saying something. All right. And we talked about uh, these ballot drop boxes and how they're going to be an issue.
Yeah.
Saturday, we brought up guy who fiddled with one on the wall trying to alter it somehow. Another person lit him on fire. Apparently, in Washington and Oregon State, tons of fires have been set in these drop boxes, destroying hundreds of ballots. Now, these are deep blue. These are deep blue areas.
Huh.
Yeah, and that makes you wonder: is who's doing it? Is it a Trump supporter who's going in there? Uh, and if it is, once again, do you believe this stuff could happen? If you're saying no, it doesn't happen at all, then it's not a problem when the Trump supporter goes and does it because it's not going to affect the election.
Right.
If you think that's possible, people might cheat. Maybe you want to do something about this. All right, Guapo's trying to get set up over here. No, looks like he is set up. How you doing, bud?
Good, good.
No, you are very quiet.
Can you hear me?
Little bit.
How about now?
Yeah, not very well.
Okay.
So this is something I've known for a while, and I have never expected an electoral college tie. But if they do actually tie 270 to 270, which I think is dumb,
Yeah.
should have an odd number.
No, it goes to the house after that.
Well, yes, it goes to the House, but the Congress gets to pick VP, and the Senate gets to pick president,
No, I think the house.
or the other way around.
I don't know about the BP. I think I thought the house pick up the president. That's it.
It
Whoever's
used to be that way. I don't know if it's still that way now.
I think the other chamber of the House chooses the VP because I'm pretty sure that in this situation we would end up getting Trump, Harris.
Dude, isn't it kind of crazy we're learning all this constitutional thing with the next within this 10-year period? It's
That's
like
because we're being reminded of a lot of stuff because the Dems are throwing away a lot of the Constitution while saying Trump is, but Trump never actually violated the Constitution, except maybe when he
yeah,
was using his drone strikes. But every president has done that.
yeah. Well,
Uh,
ever since the freaking Jefferson, they've been using military for doing things. Jefferson
well,
kind of gave Adams a hard time about it, like why you use a military like without approval of Congress. And next thing you know, Jefferson got in his shoes, like, oh shit, I gotta use military fucking to do things for me, you know?
yeah. No, that was because of the Barbary pirates, right?
Yeah, that's where the Triple E song come from the
Yeah,
Marine.
the Marines and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently in 1824 there was a situation. Jackson earned the most electoral votes, but he didn't get the majority. So the election was given to the House,
Mm-hmm.
which is interesting because now if you get the electoral and not the majority, you just get the office. And the House decided John Quincy Adams was president by one vote.
Hold on, Jackson lost to Quincy. I thought he
Yeah,
did 2 terms.
apparently not. Andrew Jackson, 1824.
He did 2 terms, or he just did 1 term.
I guess it just one if because Grover Cleveland's the only one who's done two non-consecutive terms.
I know Adams did only 1 term. He lost it to freaking Jefferson.
Yeah, there were two Adams too, don't forget.
Yeah, his son afterwards.
Yeah, John Quincy Adams.
Yeah.
All right. So apparently, the Washington Post has lost 200,000 subscribers after they decided not to endorse Harris.
That just tells you how wacko the people that subscribe to the Washington Post are. Like we talked about on a previous show,
Yes.
we think it's a great idea that they're not like doing these editorial endorsements, Let the people figure. I mean, and what the Washington Post owner wanted them to do was to do 2 articles comparing the two candidates. And the Washington Post editorial board refused to do that, so now they've all resigned.
Yeah. It's kind of ridiculous. Apparently, the New York Post has endorsed Trump. I'm not surprised by that, but again, I don't think any of these news outlets should be getting involved on one side or the other. The whole point is to get an unbiased opinion from the news, and apparently, we're not getting that. Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm trying to queue up this next video, but it didn't go the way I expected it to at all. And of course, that's always the way it works. What's this next headline about Mika Brzezinski?
She claims that the reason the Washington Post didn't endorse Kamala is because Donald Trump forced them not to.
Thing that Trump is threatening, you need to believe, and it's already happening. If billionaires bend to his will, then how in the world are others who he threatens? And we go all the way back to legal migrants in Springfield, Ohio. Yeah. He threatens, he disparages, he demeans people, but he also makes things happen for himself. He got the Washington Post and Jeff Bezos, who's supposedly a powerful, brilliant billionaire. He got Bezos to back down. Head of Amazon, runs the Washington Post, owns it. He got them to stop what they have been doing timelessly, which is endorsing a candidate.
Since '76.
Them to
not that long.
That's pretty scary, guys.
It's been Democrats every time, to include oh my God, what's his name? One term, Jimmy Carter. But oh my God. She's saying Trump is intimidating these people. How? How is Trump intimidating newspapers to not report the truth?
No, well, I think what happened, Jeff Bezos wanna be he wanna get some contracts from the government so he can do his rocket things. So he don't wanna be fucking about mouth President Trump, because
I think that's the same reason why Zuckerberg calls himself libertarian now, is because when the Democrats lose, he does not want to be moored to that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? He doesn't want to be
Yeah.
tethered to that sinking ship.
Yeah. So that's what the reason is, because he wanna get some contract from right now, especially Boeing fucking going down and stuff. So why not? Why not put you fucking? Hey, I got rockets to I can be the backup for fucking SpaceX.
Can I compete with SpaceX? Right?
Yeah, yeah. Let the fucking best win.
Hey, that'll make it cost less
Yeah.
because people are competing to do it and charge less money, because that's how. Unfortunately,
Dude,
government contracts don't work very well.
look at what Elon Musk done so far in a short period of time, dude. He got
it's
a
insane.
rocket. Yeah, it's like, dude, you don't know. People don't know how fucking hard it is to bring a rocket back into fucking same position.
The first time they blew up, and that was like what, 18 months ago?
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, but
now he's landing 21-story buildings vertically.
Yeah, where he wants it.
Yeah, exactly where he wants it. It's like, whoa, that's just brilliant,
dude. That's even precisely the missile, more precisely the missile. The technology he used for this thing.
Well, Moore's law. Every 18 months, human technology will either double in speed/ability or half in size.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, for example, the computer that you used to have when you signed on to AOL in 1995.
Yeah,
yes. Now the phone you carry in your pocket is more powerful than that.
Yeah. But that's why the reason he don't want to badmouth Trump, because he got all this technology. He probably want to get some government contract. Why?
Or at least not on the shit list of the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you lost 200,000 subscribers. Had Trump won and you endorsed Harris, it would not have gone well. Especially since it looks like Trump has a chance to take the majority.
I know, the popular vote.
Yeah, and exactly the popular vote. And if anyone who's thinking I'm in a deep red or I'm in a deep blue area, my vote will just get washed away. Get Trump the popular vote, and then there'll be no argument about it. I mean, there will be, obviously,
argument
but
still, yeah.
Obviously, but then you can say, like, what do you want? It's like even the system that you guys keep telling us is better. We got that one too, but it seems like the Republicans are thirsty to vote this time. They are pissed off.
Oh yeah. There's even
Kind of.
dude.
Well,
Lately, I've been seeing a lot of black women complain about Kamala Harris. So them she may even lost the black vote completely.
oh my God, Janet Jackson saying she ain't really black
Oh, you know why? No, you know what's
because
going on with
Harris
it?
said she was Indian.
No, no. I don't know if you remember a couple years ago, Michael Jackson got persecuted, and you know who was the DA at that time?
Harris.
Yep.
What was he prosecuted for? Diddling kids?
Yeah.
Uh,
So Harris wanted to fucking make her name for herself, you
so
know.
she's the
So
one who ruined Michael Jackson's pristine name.
I guess so, but
Macaulay
she just
Culkin was right the whole time. It never happened.
probably do because I mean I'm not I don't know what happened, but there's a video of Kamala Harris being interviewed. She's prosecuting Jackson, and no wonder fucking the family's pissed off about her.
Yeah. All right. Well, apparently she's quote disappointed that the Washington Post and the LA Times didn't endorse her, and she
She
They
could have
weren't
repeated,
used
the
it.
only ones.
no, there were a whole bunch, and she's talking about the Billionaires Club.
Disappointed on her, or she's disappointed with them.
She's disappointed in them for not
Guess
supporting
what?
her.
American people disappointed on her, fucking not doing shit.
Well, the thing is, the Democrats have more billionaires supporting them
Yeah,
than the Republicans do.
yeah.
Just the ones supporting the Republicans are a little more vocal for the most part. I mean, look at Mark Cuban, dude. The
Oh,
only bad thing he's
Rachel
ever
Maddow.
said about what about Rachel Maddow? She's a billionaire.
No, she. Mark Cuban looked like Rachel Maddow now lately with those glasses and shit.
Oh, I didn't notice. Uh, Taylor Swift,
Mm,
Beyonce,
mm. Oh, dude.
Bill
Okay,
Gates,
okay. This Beyonce
Warren
thing,
Buffett.
Beyonce, Jay-Z, and all those rappers, I think they're fucking doing it because of Diddy.
Brian sharing video again.
But yeah, Beyonce's doing this because probably got Kamala got dirt on them from fucking P Diddy.
Maybe, but
Dude,
it's
okay, I don't know if you remember Usher. He
yeah.
was in the
Isn't she
View.
married to him?
No. Usher is another hip hop singer.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry,
Yeah,
I confused him with Jay-Z.
he was interviewing the fucking the View, and he's like, you know what, people should need to decide why they want to. They need to do their own research. He don't want to be
Yeah,
attached to Kamala.
yeah. He was like the first one to say that.
Yeah. Then next, you know, he's fucking is, pitch stomping for her now. He was
That's
part of
because
the. He's part
they
of the
showed him
fucking.
pictures of him banging kids at Diddy's house.
Yeah, him and freaking the white kid from Canada.
Justin Bieber.
Yes,
No, Bieber was the one getting drilled. Are you kidding me?
probably that's why he's fucking singing a different tune now than he was a couple months ago.
Brian, you got something you want to share over there?
Oh yeah, these Kamala had a vote for reproductive freedom rally, and she had a whole bunch of abortion doctors on stage with
Oh my
her,
God.
and someone in the audience needed medical assistance,
Didn't know what to
but
do.
none of the doctors moved to provide medical assistance. So maybe they don't know what to do except for do
They,
abortions.
they just twisted their heads around looking around for someone to help.
Yeah, look,
And no, first thing I thought was anyone with basic medical training, like even CPR training,
Hmm.
knows that there's something known as the bystander effect. Everyone assumes someone else will do something.
yeah,
That's why if you're going to render, first thing you do is you render aid until someone more qualified than you arrives.
Yeah.
Next thing you do is you point at a person, particularly that you make eye contact with, and you say, "You call 911." Because if you say someone call
No
911,
one's calling 911.
no one
Well,
does. Everyone thinks someone else will.
when you assign somebody, make sure you tell them to come back and tell me how it went.
Oh, as it is now, they can do it right there on their phone, standing next to you.
I know. Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I used to
I'm thinking
teach
of the
You're
90s. I
CPR
not,
was
when I
thinking of
was
the
in the
90s.
Navy. So
and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Right? You always point at someone and say you,
Call
because
911.
that person immediately knows this is my job now, and they do it.
Mm-hmm.
this is something you learn in CPR, that it's a real thing.
Yeah.
These guys are doctors that I'm assuming they had to go through their time in ER, emergency room, ER treatment,
Yeah.
doing triage care, which is the same general idea of being able to make sure aid is rendered. And they all just stood around and looked at each other because all they do now apparently is kill babies. And they have no idea what being a doctor is anymore.
No. They're not even doctors. Yeah.
I'm no doctor, but I have some serious training under my belt from the Navy, up to EMT certified. But I think it's ridiculous that even an EMT should know more about emergency treatment
Yeah.
than an actual MD doctor.
Yeah.
Like,
Actually, I think that should be a requirement in high school. Yeah, emergency procedures, first aid kits, and stuff like that.
thought it was. Like I
No,
legit thought it was.
no. Like
Oh,
at
that's
first,
part of your internship.
yeah,
It drove me nuts watching these guys all look around and look at each other like, "Who? Oh! Someone with CPR certification got over that help. Good, good." It's like, you're fucking doctors.
the freaking plumber.
Yeah, who's got CPR training? Because one time one of his dudes fell off the ladder and no one knew how to help him, so he got certified. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fucking there you go. The blue collar saving the day again.
There you go. And anyone actually who's doing these blue collar jobs, if you are in charge, like you run the business, it is always a good idea. I know it sounds nuts, but to pay out of your own pocket to get everyone certified in CPR and first aid, excuse me, you can usually get a bulk discount anyhow, that many people. And you might be able to get an insurance break if your entire crew is certified to handle like a severed finger with the saw or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it can save you probably your life too.
Yeah, but yeah, just a little heads up out there for everyone. It might save you money as the business owner, a small business, even into a medium-sized business, to pay out of pocket to get everyone first aid CPR certified and renew it every time.
Yeah.
Oh, this pissed me off, dude. I'm sorry. They're making an effort to it's muted. They're making an effort to piss off Catholics, aren't they? There's no words.
He's being heckled.
Fight for our democracy. That's
We don't
why
have
we
a
fight for
democracy.
That's right. That's her getting booed and heckled.
Yeah.
Oh, they go in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
He does not know how to handle this.
Every voice is important.
Every voice is important.
Oh, well, hey, at least she's standing there and taking it. You know what I mean? That is pretty ballsy.
You don't know what
to
to
stop,
do.
and they won't.
You don't know what? Yeah, boss lady or
How come black churches are allowed to have politicians be political in the churches, but white churches can't? Separation of church and state.
I'm
the
sick and
black
tired of
man is
hearing this.
pissed off about that too.
The separation of church and state shit is a bunch of bullshit. I'm tired of hearing it. It's not in the Constitution anywhere. Doesn't appear once. The only time you see it in writing at all was in one of the Federalist letters from like Monroe to Madison or something. It's not part of the rules at all. Just like you have no freedom from religion. You can't have me arrested because I'm praying on the sidewalk. Sorry.
But no,
They don't
they
want you
get
doing
tax exemption because of being a church, but now it's a political gather, so this should be taxed now.
Well, that's different. You might get taxed for that one event. I'm okay with that. But people get offended when they do like if you actually go into like a white Catholic church. People get all offended about like, oh, religion. Why are you bringing that in? But when it's a black church, even a black Catholic church, it's different. And like Brian said, why is it different? Why don't the same rules apply?
Yeah, the same rules should apply.
They're breaking the rules, so they don't
I will say
care.
black churches are more fun than the Catholic Latin masses I went to as a kid. Oh, went to church here, by the way.
How was that?
There were 19 people, including
Catholic.
in the Catholic Church, 19 people, including my family, the priest, and the person like running the music and everything else.
Uh-huh.
Can't remember what their title is. And then this one family walks in, and dude, like, okay, I'm the Catholic who went to Latin mass. This family walked in, and I said, "Wow, who brought the Puritans?" No, like the girls had their hair covered.
Uh-huh.
I'm not kidding you.
Hold
They're all
on,
dressed in
was it?
suits, and there were 9 of them. Dude and his wife had 7 kids.
So they doubled the number of people in church.
They were half the population of the church. So yeah, I was like, whoa, like who brought the Puritans in here? They just keep popping babies out, and the girls were covering their hair with like white lace knit things, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. Like this reminds me when I was like 5 years old at Catholic Church in like Situate, Mass.
Oh, Orthodox Church and stuff. It's still doing that.
Well, at least my part of where I came from, the Catholic Church
Mm,
was a lot more quote orthodox than what I'm seeing in Catholic Church now.
mm.
Um,
I seen like a lot of movement towards the Orthodox way than Catholic. You know.
well, maybe because the Catholics aren't being as staunch as they used to.
Yeah, they're being run over by everybody. So
I will say, in general, Christians are too forgiving, and I got a feeling that's a problem of what's going on in the United States is that things happen and the Christians just forgive people. Like, yeah, whatever. It's not up to me to judge you
yeah,
while you're being kicked in the teeth over and over again.
yeah.
Guapo's like, yeah, that does suck.
No, dude. All
Well,
right.
Kamala Harris is pissing off Catholics now because she's taking pictures next to the nuns,
What do you mean take a
the
picture?
perpetual indulgent drag nuns.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
Sisters
know.
of Perpetual Indulgence. We talked about this group of drag. They're men, then, right?
Yeah,
Because if they weren't men, it wouldn't be drag, right?
no, I
Okay.
believe so.
So I'm making sure I'm getting my pronouns correct here.
Mm,
These dudes dress up as uh, oh, terrible nuns that indulge in every whim they may have,
mm.
intentionally trying to insult the Catholic Church.
There you go. See.
Yeah, Harris got her photo up with them in 2019. That's made its way back up to the surface recently. This is right after she went to a Catholic church, and she told Catholics that they should vote for Harris because God wants them to.
Okay.
Anyone who's Christian, especially Catholic, will go, "Wow, that's what a what a sinful thing to say out loud," right?
It's not me to judge, but nope, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, well, no, just speak for God, like that. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
to know God's plan and what God wants. God is beyond our comprehension.
Yeah,
yeah.
Uh, this is where Brian and I disagree, where my Catholic foundation comes in, but Guapo will agree with me. Jesus, the Holy Ghost or Holy Spirit, depending on which way you learned it. I always did Holy
Uh-huh.
Spirit
Yeah.
and God are all the same
The
entity,
Trinity.
correct?
I
Yeah,
believe that
Trinity.
too.
yeah.
Well, you told me that Jesus wasn't God.
I never said that.
We had this conversation, and you said, I don't know why they say Jesus is God. I'm like, because Jesus is God.
Play the recording.
All right.
Break out the Memorex.
I don't think it was even on the show. I think it was something separate when we
Okay.
were discussing something about the show.
Well, Kamala Harris has tried to get on with Joe Rogan too,
Oh.
but she wants only an hour show. So
Mhm.
obviously,
And
none of her people or her have listened to any Joe Rogan podcasts.
No, no, no.
not only
They
that,
probably did. They probably did. They just don't want to put Kamala Harris to this.
And they don't want her to come to Austin to do it. They want him to travel to DC or wherever she's at to do the
Or
podcast. And he said
or
no.
Zoom it, or Zoom it. And yeah, exactly. And it's like, no, I'm not.
No,
That's
yeah.
not what my show is. And she did this on purpose so she could blame Rogan for saying no. Instead of I am terrified to do that show.
And the parts I've listened to it with Trump and the reviews I've heard of it, he was very good. He was very professional. He was very conversational, you know. Joe Rogan asked some of his usual questions about aliens and all kinds of different things.
Rogan does what Rogan does.
Yeah, and Trump answered.
Nice.
So he obviously asked about aliens. I'm sure he asked about what do you think of the UFC.
I'm sure did he ask about if we landed on the moon?
I don't know if that.
That was a whole podcast between him and another guy that I actually listened the most of.
You know what,
on the moon landing.
Trump would have been the guy to ask then, wouldn't he?
Yep.
So, now I'm gonna have to listen to the whole damn show to find out if it comes up.
I tried to listen to it. I fell asleep and woke up. It's like over. Like, God damn, I have to listen to this again.
Yeah, I've been meaning to listen to it, but so much time has passed now. I'm like, I think I already missed the excitingness of it. But apparently, got like millions of views in like 12 hours.
Yeah, but how? And I heard that on the No Agenda show is how is YouTube? What's YouTube call a view? Because with an hour after it was posted on YouTube, he had over 1 million views.
Well,
it's a 3-hour show, so people didn't watch the whole show to get to that 1 million views.
Well, no, obviously the entire show doesn't count as a view. I think it's more than just a click. Oops, wrong click.
Yeah.
Did you see Charlemagne the God?
Yep. Oh, he was comparing himself to Joe Rogan.
Exactly, Guapo.
Oh, no.
You heard this interview?
He was like Flagrant. He was talking to Flagrant because what's it? Andrew Schultz. He was talking to Andrew Schultz about it.
Andrew Schultz is a funny dude.
Oh, I love his fucking content, dude. And you saw the interview with him and Trump?
Yes. Yeah, it was hilarious. And everyone
that was funny. So, but you're like, I got 10 million views of that. I was fucking viewing that shit. That's hilarious. Trump hanging out with the dudes and shit, you know.
But yeah, exactly. Charlemagne the God compared himself and the Breakfast Club to Rogan.
No,
not even close.
And he's like, dude, look at the numbers. Yeah. And he brings up like an episode where he had like Beyonce or someone on.
Of course you're gonna get that.
He's like, but yeah, Rogan's getting better numbers than that every day.
Yeah, with some random dude.
Yeah, with some random guy who studies dinosaur bones.
Oh, the guy from like Metallica. I remember the interview. They were talking about bees. I was like,
the guy from Metallica. You talking about the vocalist, James Hetfield?
Yeah, he's a beekeeper.
I had bees for a while in Mass.
Yeah.
A lot of work, believe it or not.
Yeah, they were talking about bees and shit. Like, hold up, this guy's like, okay, whatever, you know. It's just that's what he does, you know. You just talk about random shit that people does, you know.
Well, apparently, Shannon Sharp, right?
Yeah. He was trying to interview Kamala.
Well, he did one with Kamala, but he blew up after he had on Cat Williams.
Oh yeah, that was dude. The interview with Cat Williams, like everything came up to be true.
Yes. And
I mean, he's all mad though because YouTube didn't turn off commenting on the post.
No, he's not mad. You do that yourself as the creator. People are surprised he left the comments open and ready to go.
Thousands of MAGA supporters commented on that YouTube interview.
Probably just random people. Who's to say that MAGA support? Or whatever.
That's the thing. They say MAGA supporters.
Yeah,
it could be because you think Kamala Harris is a moron doesn't mean that you're a
MAGA.
Yeah. By the way, Guapo, I found out about Shannon Sharp's show with the Cat Williams show because El Matadoro shared the link to me.
Oh, really?
And I gave it a listen. I was like, I didn't know Shannon Sharp is. And then I listened to the show. I was like, that's when I got pissed. I was like, motherfucker, this is our show. Because they drink beer and get fucked up. And
I know. Oh, I remember he was giving Kamala a fucking shot or something.
Yeah, and I was being pissed when I saw it because I was like, this is my show. This is what Brian and I do. We've been doing it forever. He watched our show and stole the idea, but he shared
Yep.
it shop, so he wins.
Yeah, but yeah.
El Matadoro, if you are listening, thank you for pissing me off to no end with that one.
Man, I need to get a fucking beer now.
Oh my god. Did you? Oh my god! Did you see this video of the crazy lady going nuts, screaming at a baby in a stroller outside of a Harris campaign rally?
No.
Oh, why she was screaming at the baby for? Like, what the hell the baby did?
Apparently, the dad had a Trump something on. I don't know.
Oh,
It's not certain. It's not clear what happened. But she gets down, and this kid's in a stroller.
I saw. Yeah, I saw that part, but I didn't realize why she was
Tossing this
screaming.
kid out. The dad scoops the child
Yeah,
up, the toddler, and like takes her off. And then this woman with like a Harris Wallace sticker on her shirt, black woman, like gets between the two of them, puts her hand on this other woman's chest, and pushes her back. She's like, "That's a baby. What's the matter with you?" You know?
yeah. Fuck that. That's when you grab your kids like a football and just fucking go at
Yeah,
it.
you just get out, get out. You, as much as you want to break her nose, it's more important to protect your kid right now, right?
Yeah, fuck that. Put the pride behind, just move on. Get over it.
Exactly. No, that's fine. I'm a coward. I ran away and protected my kids.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Kids more
The funny
important.
thing is,
Fight another day.
the funny thing is, because the wife would be there with me, and I would scoop the kid up, like, "What the hell's the matter with you?" And I would, and then the wife would knock her out.
Oh, no. See, this is okay. Let me tell you, this is what you do. You grab the kid in your left arm, you grab your wife by the collar, okay, and you push it forward so she can be knocking people while you get the fuck out of there.
Terrified, angry mom.
Yeah.
Get out of the way of that every time. So okay, we never talked about this, Brian, but it's been going on for a little while. It's been in and out of the news. This Elon Musk giving away $1 million for people to be spokespeople for Trump in Pennsylvania.
Right.
I don't think we've talked about it once, have we? No. Brian's got a nasty cough going. But yeah, I don't think we even brought it up, but it's been in and out of the news. Apparently, the DA in Philadelphia is trying to stop these $1 million giveaways. In terms of like campaign finance stuff.
Right.
But the thing is, he's not running the campaign. He is hiring people to promote Trump. He's hiring a promoter.
Yeah.
And he's offering them $1 million to perform their duties. And you can say that sounds a little shady. Maybe it does, but it is completely legal. But they brought this flimsy suit anyway, and it was immediately shut off. Pennsylvania actually even tried to call it a lottery because they realized that there's no way they're going to get around hiring someone for whatever you want to pay him. So they called it a lottery system because he was picking people basically at random that put their name on a list.
Right.
And that got shut down too. Man, the more I see what Elon Musk is doing, the more impressed I am. I always say a lot of things in his life I am not a fan of. Like, how many kids does he have from how many women?
11.
11 kids from how many women?
Oh, I don't know how many. Probably 5, something like that.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous.
Not yet.
Hey, when in Rome, if you got the money.
No, I.
Well, look at it this way, dude. He already lost a kid to the fucking LGBT, so that bloodline right there is down. At least he got 10 chances now. Huh?
That's what woke his eyes up. Opened his eyes
up.
up.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. At least he lost one. Now he got 10 more chances. You and I got like one chance. Well, two.
Hey, remember that? Okay, apparently this woman who the MAGA dress to the. Remember the MAGA dress and that famous woman I'd never heard of went to one of those events that I don't pay attention to? Some actress showed up at like the Grammys or something.
Yeah, I
kind of MAGA dress.
Yeah. What happened?
Well, nothing with that, but I still don't know who that woman was, but I was supposed to.
Hold
But
on, I got
apparently, the person who designed that dress was
Uh-huh.
forced to take down the Trump signs in her business because some Karen was offended.
Oh, so 2 days ago, there's a black actress that was wearing the MAGA hat. Yeah, MAGA dress sign forced to remove Trump sign from her business residence. Oh wow.
You opened the Google Doc, did you,
No, I'm over here in the. I Google it.
dude? Okay, we have a Google Doc, that you could
Oh
open. Granted, you might be on your phone, but
no,
Brian's pretty
I,
good about keeping it highlighted down to where we are. So it's usually the next one that's not highlighted.
in Fox News and MAGA dresses sign
You are muted.
when Karens called the police.
Yeah, we lost some of you there in the middle.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
Yeah, but no, the article you're reading is literally the one in the Google Doc.
oh okay. Yeah, the fucking Karens, dude. What can you do
Well, I
about?
mean, this is double standards because I mean, if you saw a Harris sign in a store, would you call the cops and say, "Hey, it's got to be removed"?
No,
Or
we
a
don't get. We don't.
flag.
We're not fucking. We got tough skin. We don't not sensitive like
Not
that.
only that, but what about your
We can,
right to fly these flags?
I mean, you got all the things to do. If you got time to call the cops on this fucking person, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
Just don't shop at that woman's store if her
Yeah,
opinions
move on.
offend you.
No, but they want to this fucking. They talk about everybody like Trump being fascist. No, you being a fascist will fucking enforce your fucking stupid rules that you want to apply to everybody else.
Yeah, you have to see it my way,
Yeah,
or you're evil.
yeah,
You're Hitler. You're worse than Hitler.
Yep.
yeah. Fucking look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting to that fairly soon, actually. Uh, okay, so Levi Stadium was that in San Francisco.
Hmm.
Apparently wouldn't allow this family into, or at least this dude into the stadium to watch a 49ers game because he's wearing a MAGA hat.
Well, they let them in. They scanned their ticket. They went through the initial screening, and somebody else stopped them and argued with them for 30 to 45 minutes until a supervisor got involved, and they finally got to go watch the game. But they had to like really push the issue
Um,
because it's a red hat that said MAG on it.
I don't see the why you shouldn't be allowed to go to the. If you had a camouflage Harris hat on, would that
Should
have
be
been?
allowed in an Arby's.
Um, was there a better argument than I don't like your hat?
No, that was their argument.
Well, that's not a very good argument to keep people out of your stadium that paid how much money to go watch a football?
Hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, exactly. Per ticket.
Hmm.
I don't know how many times you guys have gone and watched an NFL game, or the
It's
last
been a
time you
long
did.
time, but I've been there.
It was, yes, but it was hundreds of dollars even then, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Jeez Louise. I don't know how the 49ers are doing this season.
they're doing well.
Oh, that just means the tickets cost more, doesn't it?
Yep.
I will say I do miss watching football, man. Lived in Massachusetts, then went to Virginia, went back to Massachusetts for a while, now I'm in West Virginia. Massachusetts had a football, a baseball, a hockey team that was on like regular channels I could just click on and watch.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like channel 3, 4, 5, 7.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Virginia and West Virginia. There's not a single professional sports team in the entire state. There's no game on.
Well, there's a game on. It's just not a local game.
Well, that means I have to buy some kind of subscription service to watch any sports, which means I'm probably buying it to watch all of the entire season of every team because I want to see how the Bruins did. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
You used to be able to just keep up with the Bruins by even literally just going to the bar and having a beer twice a week and watching a Bruins game. So I don't know how much you guys follow hockey, but they play more often than football, but less often than baseball.
Yeah.
So go watch two Bruins games in the week, during the week, like after work, whatever, or to go out, during what time the game was, have a couple beers. Didn't even need to watch it at home. You can't do that here. They don't have the NHL network at the nearest fucking bar in middle of nowhere, Nowheresville, West Virginia. Oh, the leaves are falling. Now across the street now I can see the crests of the next set of mountains over and the even taller ones behind that.
Hmm.
Yes. It's hilarious. I love it. I love how the view is always amazing. But the top of a mountain taking a picture from the middle of a mountain range is pretty nuts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Getting to wake up and have my tea. Yes, I drink tea. And watch the sunrise over that is amazing. By the way, no one else should move to West Virginia because it's full of evil, bigoted, racist people.
Yep, I
You
heard.
would not like it here.
Mm.
No. All right. Anyway, Chris Cuomo now is finally starting to figure out that you can't call everyone Nazis and Hitler and Mussolini
Hmm.
It's not
because
helping her campaign at all.
well now he's being called these names. Sorry, it sounds like someone's knocking on this door, but there's no way there's someone on the other side of that door.
Mm.
Sorry, the door goes outside, and if I'm underground right now, and I don't trust the bricks holding the earth from tumbling in. And if there is someone knocking on that door, I'm not letting them in. But yeah, Cuomo is getting called all sorts of terrible names now because he dared to question Harris. Now he's a racist too.
Fucking bigot.
Well, Cuomo is trying to become a real journalist again.
I know,
I
man.
think after the Democrats took a dump on him and turned their backs on him, I think he's like, you know what? I went to journalism school for a reason, and decided he's
Yeah.
gonna do. He opened up his own thing, didn't he? Online.
Nah, he was with fucking Patrick David. What's the name of PBD?
No
Pat,
idea. What he's
Patrick.
Patrick Davis or something like that. No.
Yeah, they got he's in Florida and stuff.
Okay.
But
Okay. So
he
he's working with someone else, but
no, he was working with him, and everybody giving her the time like, "Why you hired Como? He fucking he's a liar," you know. So everybody knew his fucking shit, you know.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I think maybe he's trying to reform himself into an actual reporter you can trust.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys follow him, but I'm still following John Stossel on YouTube.
I like him. Yeah, he was back in the day. He was a freaking liberal and stuff, and he changed.
Oh, well, he still has the same views and everything, but he's like, what the hell are the Democrats doing? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he still does his actual like investigative journalism like James O'Keefe,
Hmm.
except he does it the way John Stossel has always done it. Uh, you should check him out online. He does anywhere from like 20 minutes to like hour and a half videos, interviews and everything. He does this whole in-depth investigation. It's funny because one thing he did on YouTube was talk about post office waste. This was under Trump. And it was funny because it was the post office I had in Massachusetts that he used as an perfect example. Because my hometown had a central post office in the center of town.
Hmm.
And then there's this one little tiny rinky dink one that was here since 1630 or something stupid. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That still serviced a part of the town and a part of the next town over. Like we had our own zip code and everything. Yeah. And he's like, "Are you kidding me? There's like 20,000 people that are served by this post office." He's like, "It's the size of your basement, like it's the size of like one room basically, and there's literally a housing quarters on the upper floor for the person who's supposed to work at the post office to live in." Um, but yeah, just a giant waste of government money to even keep it open, but it's a historic thing, you know.
Yeah.
It was I don't know, it was neat. I used to walk there from home to buy money orders, so I could ship them out to BMG Music Service and get like 20 CDs sent to me for like $15.
Yeah.
All right, what were we talking about? Oh, geez. Okay, I'm gonna try to Brian talk for a minute. I am gonna try to load up this video for the audio cue. But Byron Donalds, man, I keep seeing him on CNN. And I like him more and more.
Oh yeah, I think he should be the Speaker of the House, too. That would be a good job for him.
Then he said, well, he came on and said that he joked at the CNBC host who said that there's no vitriol showing up at
Vitriol.
the Harris rallies. That's what the rallies are all about, you know?
Yeah.
All right.
They complain
Oh,
about fucking what's the name? Tony what's his last name? He's the one that make the joke about the Puerto Rico being
we
a
will
trash.
get to that. We will get to that. It is.
Oh,
In
you
the
got in
warrant.
here?
It is in the list.
Oh well, Baradano was depending that like okay, well like
Yes.
you guys didn't say shit when fucking George Lopez said a joke about Mexicans
I
stealing the
brought that up,
pants.
but you hadn't showed up yet. Exactly when he made a
Oh
joke about the Mexicans stealing the border wall supplies.
yeah,
I thought that was a pretty funny joke too.
yeah. They were like they fucking they just want to find anything to be upset about, you know.
All right, hold on a minute.
Okay.
Oh.
You don't go to other rallies for Harris or see in a Harris rally that kind of vitriol. It just you see. Look, there's. I don't think you do.
Kamala Harris spends half her time talking about her rival as Hitler, after he's been. There have been attempts on his life, not once but twice. She's doing it right now. Every Democrat official at these rallies refers to him as Adolf Hitler. You got Hillary Clinton running around there hawking her book that nobody wants to buy, frankly. And she's talking about how this is akin to 1939. Are you out of your mind? You want to talk about rhetoric? Let's compare. But let me go back. We are talking about the comments of a comedian, and everybody's going to forget it in 48 hours. The real joke in America is the terrible policy of Kamala Harris. Let's talk specifically about Puerto Ricans in America today. Puerto Ricans have had to live under the same inflation unleashed by Kamala Harris, and that's not a joke.
He actually goes more into like the actual story versus, are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
But that's the problem is they keep being so offended by everything, and then you point it like, hey man, you guys are doing the same thing. It's not the same, Sharon.
It is the fucking same thing. We were worse.
The same. No one's shooting at Harris.
Yeah.
So I mean, are the Republicans not saying as mean things, or is your average person who's not a crazy leftoid not nuts enough to try to go kill somebody because they're running for president?
Yeah.
Either
I gotta
side of
go,
that coin.
so.
You rolling out already?
Yeah.
Damn. Let's say 20.
What's going on?
I gotta go take care of something.
All right. Your alternator?
Guapo and I will try to finish the show out.
All right.
All right.
No, you're finishing the show, Guapo.
All right.
We're at least gonna finish this category, maybe the next one.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's not normal for Brian or I to leave before the show is over. So
I know, but I'm
Brian's
getting
in a lot
yelled
of
at
trouble.
by people, so.
Brian's in a lot of trouble for something stupid because he's doing this instead of taking care of some family shit.
Yep. My priorities are all messed up.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I've known you longer, motherfucker. Go ahead and tell her that one. See how that works out.
Okay.
Miss Brian hacks his nuts off. Watch when he leaves. Watch this just shut off. Yeah, I don't know. Byron Donalds, man. The more I see him on CNN, the more I like him.
Dude, you should see him. He fucking. The way he jiu-jitsu the hell out of them, dude, with points and stuff. Oh, it's amazing, dude. It's an art form. I don't know how he does it, but he does.
Oh, dude's a genius.
Yeah. He used to be a money management. He used to manage money before this, so he got.
I believe that clean cut beard he does,
Oh yeah,
that wealthy, well off black dude, days growth beard he always has.
yeah,
You know what I'm talking about, right?
yeah.
It's
He was
all
doing
it's all
he like.
perfectly manicured and lined up.
Oh, dude, dude, you know he's a smooth talker, dude. I can see it like, damn, this guy got game, man.
Yeah, be careful, man. Don't buy shit from him,
No,
all
no,
right? Because he could sell a ketchup popsicle to a fucking white gloved Eskimo.
yeah, yeah, but he's good.
Oh, all right. Oh, there we go. This one of these big fundraisers for the Democrats now is saying we have to do something about focusing on calling Trump a fascist. But just
The
funny,
one
they
that keep.
call him. Oh, God.
Oh my god, are you serious? Like,
Well,
that's the
they're
fuck.
comparing him to Hitler, Mussolini, and Stalin at the same time. It's like, first of all, do you understand that these are three different ideologies?
No, they don't. They're fucking idiots. And second of all, like, if you wanna, I don't know. I don't know if they ever heard the term "bad publicity is good publicity." Because
What?
that's what you do him. Like putting Trump name, Trump, and you just like people like, okay, what is so bad about this? They're gonna go research it. Like, yeah, I don't
Yeah,
see that.
actually, that's the problem they're seeing is a lot of undecided voters
Uh
after
huh.
hearing the Hitler thing again are
Hmm.
being pushed to Trump. Like, nah, there's no way this guy's literally Hitler,
Yeah, we just
which is
went
what I
4 years from like 4 years ago. We didn't do shit like that. He had a chance to be a dictator with all the fucking states with the COVID hit, but he decided not to. He's like, hey, state, you do your own thing.
well, a problem too. Oh, no, mind. I just this whatever.
Yeah.
It's just none of this shit makes sense, dude. Um, I don't think Trump should be on the ticket. Period. Not because I don't appreciate what he's done,
Hmm.
but I think people that have dedicated their lives to politics should be doing a better job. I can't believe we got to the point where a wealthy man said, "Fuck all of this. None of this is working right."
Yeah.
I don't.
Well.
I don't know why it wasn't some jackass in his cabin in the woods with his shotgun and his dog saying, "This shit ain't right." Just, and I understand they're less likely to do it, but there's so many more of them. You know.
Yeah.
Now I'm stuck choosing between Harris and fucking Trump, dude.
Well, it's the best we got. Hey,
Where's
but you
Ron
know what?
Paul?
But you know what? At least Trump we got to pick in the primary. Harris, he just got
Oh,
pushed out there.
I'll give the Republicans that one. Sure, you guys
You know?
actually at least had a primary process, and
Yeah.
Trump and what's his name there, DeSantis
Yeah, he got a contend.
sprayed some serious barbs.
Yeah, like he got contender Nikki Haley and fucking all these other people and stuff like that. And we end up with fucking Trump again. At least we had a choice, and
Oh,
the Democrats don't.
what's funny is I've been talking about Nikki Haley for on this show
Fuck her,
for
dude. She's
literally
a
years
come.
now.
Uh huh.
No, okay, not Nikki Haley. I'm sorry. I I didn't mean Nikki Haley. I meant Tulsi Gabbard,
Okay.
the
I still
Democrat.
haven't heard. Okay, I haven't heard for her. What she think about the Second Amendment now?
Well, she has changed her mind on her original views.
Oh, I need to hear her from her. Like, I need
That's
to find. Like,
fine. I'll
yeah.
see if I can find it for you. But
Okay.
I saw her on Charlie Kirk recently with TP Turning Point USA
Yeah.
at a college campus,
Yeah.
and this was the day after she had officially registered as a Republican.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I like Tulsi.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I didn't like her gun policy, but I'm never going to agree 100% with any candidate. You know what I mean?
Of course, if you agree with somebody, that's you.
Yeah. Well, if you agree with everything someone else says, that means you have a real problem knowing what you want and need.
No, no, no. I said like if you don't agree with some politicians and stuff, then you're wrong. You go wrong for like whatever you wanna, you know, impose on the people.
Yeah. But yeah, apparently she's coming around on her guns thing. She still doesn't like the idea of us having machine guns at home, but she knows that it is illegal already.
Okay.
Uh, so she wants gun laws a little stricter than you or
They're
I would
already
say for
strict.
sure. That's what I say. I say that they're
Like
too
I
strict
cannot
as
get
it
a
is.
fucking automatic weapon. I can't. I mean, I can,
You
but it's so much
can.
fucking money, and it's
Well,
impossible to maintain.
it's a $200 tax stamp, and it
Yeah.
has to be manufactured before 1995.
So yeah.
Only ones you're allowed to own, and the only way. But
Mhm.
the tax stamp process could take years.
Yeah, and it should not be that. It should not be the government should not impede me from owning it. One of them, if I want to.
No, well, here's my libertarian.
Okay.
I think a same-sex married couple should be allowed to defend their marijuana farms with automatic weapons.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, the government should not impede me for owning one. Should not be fuck. I should not be taxed because I own one.
Yeah, and I don't give
Yeah.
a fuck who gets married to who.
Yeah.
I don't care what plant you're growing out. If it grows out of the ground, I say it's legal to grow. What you
Mm.
do with it after may be up to dispute. Like for example, if you're growing some kind of like crazy poisonous flower like nightshade and making toxins out of it, that's.
Or if you use manure to fucking make a bomb, then
There you
you know
go. What are you doing with it? And
what you doing with poop, huh? Yeah.
yeah, was it
The
oh,
guy
it was
from fucking Oklahoma building, he used
yeah, Oklahoma
he,
City. It was before. Oh my God, why
no,
can't I
the
think of his
building,
name?
the government building back in
Yeah,
Clinton's day.
yeah.
He
Why
would.
can't I think of why can't I think of his name?
I forgot his name, but he used fucking poop to blow up fucking a building.
Yeah, fertilizer bombs,
Mm-hmm.
which actually created a law now. You cannot get ammonium nitrate in furniture in fertilizer without a permit now.
Mm. I don't know. I haven't buy
So like,
fertilizer.
well, it basically means like your actual farmer who's growing crops,
Yeah,
like to feed the people, can get this fertilizer.
I think you could get a small dose, not high quantity.
No, the stuff you're buying is different than ammonium nitrate. It's
Oh,
not quite the same.
mm.
It's almost as good, but it's not the same.
It doesn't give you the good kick.
Well, the ammonium nitrate you you almost got me to explain how a fertilizer bomb works. You motherfucker.
Mm. All right, let's go to
Well,
beepers.
yeah, right.
We're going from boom to another boom.
Oh, there we go. Well,
Hmm.
oh my God, did you see MSNBC talking about the Madison Square Garden rally that Trump had? They actually shared pictures of a Nazi rally from 1939 at Madison Square Garden.
Are you sure it wasn't the Ku Klux Klan rally? Because they had a lot of the.
That was about 15 years earlier that the Democrats held.
Yeah, fucking hypocrites, dude. They forget
Oh, are you
this.
kidding me? The
The
Democrats
sele-
actually held that thing. The Nazis had nothing to do with Trump, nothing to do with the
Yeah,
Republican Party,
yeah.
and the Democrats had their Democrat National Convention at Madison Square Garden, what, 96 or 2006?
Hmm.
What about when the New York Rangers or the Knicks play their game? Like, being at Madison Square Garden makes you a Nazi now because
I
Nazi fans
guess.
showed up. And exactly, the Democrats actually had a thing at the same place
Convention. Yeah.
talking about what they want to do about the Ku Klux Klan.
They're fucking hypocrites, dude. Oh no, they select history just to show people like just if you dig a little bit deeper, then everybody had a convention at fucking Madison Square Garden. You know.
Yeah.
So
And when they had to go back to 1939, and that was the big talking point was, oh, he just wants to be a Nazi like in 1939. It was
you forgot the
85 years
40s,
ago.
50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s conventions and stuff.
And by the way, it was a different physical location than it is now, too.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah. Now it's like One World Plaza is where Madison Square Garden used to be.
Yeah.
Where were we? Madison Square
Talk.
Garden. Oh shit! Did you see this video game of AOC and Walls?
They're like talking to each other about the Madison Square Garden.
Well, they were talking about the Trump thing at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, tell me about that. I really need to pee. But tell us about the actual conversation and like the dumb shit that happened.
Oh, dude, you put me on the spot. I barely like. I remember they're talking shit about like the fucking joke about the like Puerto Rico being a trash land. And I guess if we go look for like, you know what? Let me look it up. Google Puerto Rico trash because they have an issue with the trash. Rico trash. And I think that's why the guy made the joke about Puerto Rico being a trash because they have an issue with uh damn, so like everything's recent like news. Mm, yeah, so they go talk about kill Tony guy. All right, here we go. So if you go bitching about Puerto Rico being the trash, you may want to dig in a little bit deep into Google because Puerto Rico actually had trash problem, and they want to change the waste management. And this is why they made a joke about it because they don't know what to do with all the trash they got, and people, I mean, produce trash. You know,
Well, they have a giant landfill issue in
yeah, yeah, there's a
Chicago.
fucking island. Where the fuck we gonna put all the trash? And that's why they made the joke about it. But they wanna fucking talk about like, oh, we talking, you talk calling us trash. No, he didn't talk about the island being, the Puerto Ricans being trash. No, they got a fucking trash issue. Literally, we don't know what the fuck to do with this
No,
trash.
first of all, the guy's a roast comic. He makes jokes
Yeah,
that make
about
fun of the.
everybody. Everybody makes jokes about everybody. Your race, your disability, everybody's fucking open game in that fucking show.
No, no, but I'm saying like this is what this guy does. Why
Yeah,
wouldn't he make a joke like that at this event? This is what people like him for. If you
yeah,
invited him, he expects you to put on his show, right?
yeah,
Like I mean, for real, you invite a roast comic on your campaign tour, and
yeah.
you expect him to not make roast jokes. I mean, that's like having Beyonce come out and now expecting her to. Oh, I'm sorry. The Democrats have been having Beyonce on, have not had her sing, have they?
No, they just, yeah, they got dirt on her probably. So Kamala got dirt on them. But anyways, no, this is what you know what the Republican Party, Trump and but JD Vance should be like. Oh, you talk about the trash joke? Well, let's look into it. You know, because of Puerto Rico having a trash issue. That's why the joke came about.
Well, they have exactly. They're an island. They got a giant landfill in the middle. And then a
Yeah, and
hurricane came through.
yeah,
You know, and it's funny. I heard it was a racist joke. I was like, "What's racist about that?"
do the fucking bunch of Karens, dude. You say something like slightly off color, they fucking get offended about it. They get offended for you. They get offended
That
for
was the
you.
joke Byron Donald was talking about when. Well,
Yeah.
actually, did you hear about this other shit?
What's that?
Oh, dude got Republican correspondent got kicked off of CNN.
Oh yeah, like I hope your beeper doesn't go off.
Yeah, well, like, exactly. Like he's like, why do you keep calling them Nazis and everything? And the guy's like, whatever. I said what I said. He
Hmm.
goes, well, you take Palestine side and off while you're seen as anti-Semitic. He goes, well, I've made my peace with that. He goes, well, I hope your beeper doesn't go off. And he got kicked off. He's like,
Yeah.
well, you saying I should die? He's like, no, he actually said he hopes you don't die, but he hopes you realize that the same shit's happening right now.
Yeah.
You know?
You calling me fucking nasty? Let me call you a fucking Hezbollah. You know, because you sympathize there.
Exactly. You're calling me a Nazi. You're Hezbollah, but apparently calling you Hezbollah is
No,
racist.
he didn't say that. He just got
While
to
he
hope your
says he
beeper.
agrees with Hezbollah.
Yeah, I'll hope your beeper doesn't go off because you probably sympathize. You may have a beeper from there.
Yeah, if you got a beeper from those guys, you should throw that thing away.
Yeah.
And I
Oh,
laughed my
dude,
ass off. I was like, that's
that's still fucking mind boggle me. Like,
it's a
wow, that
little
was so.
spicy on CNN, but I got a good laugh out of it. I hope your
Oh
beeper
yeah,
was somewhere else.
I was laughing when I heard that, but no, what I'm talking about the beeper thing, the actual beeper, it still mind boggle me. Like, how
Oh,
fucking
apparently it took them 7 years.
wow, the fucking just
7 years. They built a shell
the
company that sold
pages,
them these pagers,
the
and they
fucking
installed this stuff in it years ago, waiting for these guys to attack, knowing they would.
yeah,
And
wow,
then when it went down, they went, "Hey, watch this shit." And then they're like, "Oh fuck, throw the bees, use the radios."
yeah,
Boom!
boom.
It's like shit.
Oh my god,
That's,
that's just it.
don't
Just
fuck with the Israelis, dude.
wow, that's like fucking 4D chess level
Yeah,
shit,
they saw
dude.
your shit coming a decade ago.
Yeah, and like it's just wow. It still amazed me. It's still like it's still shocked and amazed by it. The
And
fucking
that's what
patient ingenuity, like
people don't appreciate what that is for what it was. Just like landing that SpaceX
it's,
rocket.
yeah, that's another thing. Like,
People
dude, there's
don't
a lot of
understand.
shit. That like 2024, there's gonna be known for this shit. The fucking explosive beepers and fucking rocket landing and where they left. You know.
They're both just amazing accomplishments that took a lot of planning and et cetera, et cetera.
One of them took 7 years, the other one took 18 months. You know, so what the hell?
Well, the 7 years was getting these guys to buy it and then distribute it amongst their men.
Yeah, yeah. But damn,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, they saw it coming that far in advance. Like, watch this shit, dude.
Yeah, these motherfuckers don't like us. They want to fucking destroy. I did not know about that 7 years period. Like, wow.
Yeah, they created a shell company overseas that these guys were
Yeah,
buying all of their stuff from because it wasn't attached to quote the grid,
yeah.
and it was already rigged up with an explosive device in it the whole time waiting.
Damn, like a little tiny microparticle C4 just there, just waiting for you to like, you
Yeah,
know.
probably ain't gonna kill most of the guys, but
But just the psychological fucking damage, dude.
yeah, well, where do you keep this pager? Is it is it up
Yeah,
behind
you look your
behind you?
hip
Is
or
it on the
something.
side? Is it a
Pocket hips, you know.
pocket? That sucks for your balls, dude.
Yeah. Well, I never owned that pager. But I always had a cell phone.
That technology is so old.
Yeah, but there's still doctors still do it because of
My cousin that's a nurse has a pager.
yeah, they still do that. But I always own a cell phone, and I remember this, the the black and white cell phone, the flip, and I always carry in my
The
pocket.
first flip phone.
Yeah, yeah, I had a flip phone. No, yeah, like you had to open it, just dial numbers and stuff like that. Then I never liked I was never into like the open face concept because
I have no problem with it.
I just intimidated. I was scared that it's gonna crack. So that's not that would never where I went into. Like I was forced into it. This one's so whenever I put it in my pocket, the screen always facing me.
Your leg.
Yeah. So if
I do
it
the
hits
same.
something, it's
I do the same thing. But are you using Android or Apple?
Android.
Android can handle it. Get one of the really hard cases, really good ones.
I do. I do. That's what I got to.
Well, yeah, I mine's clear on both sides,
Oh,
but check this
no.
out. I ran it over with my pickup truck.
Damn.
Back in Massachusetts, backed right over it.
Mm-hmm.
Took it out of the case. The back plastic had some fracturing in it. That was it. Phone
Mm-hmm.
was fine, nothing. I went back to the shop, said, "Hey, brought it in." They're like, "Okay," and they gave me a refurbished.
Nice.
Did my data transfer on the spot. I'm telling you, the Androids are way tougher.
I know Android technology is way ahead of fucking Apple.
Oh my god, yeah, dude! But I was taking pictures underwater 10 years before Apple even made a
Yeah,
big deal
like
about it.
fucking I had like I remember one of my Androids had like a little wave tin and stuff. Like to answer, you could like wave your hand on top of it so you can see if you got a message or not. Or sit on the table. It had all this fucking technology that Apple's like, oh, we got this now. Like, okay, we had it for like 10 years already.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the problem, dude. Is like a couple days ago, like a week ago, I thought I was buying new patio furniture for my deck, but
Uh
I accidentally launched missiles from Ukraine to North Korea, and now North Korea is involved in the war on the ground. Uh, like, oops! I immediately signed out and deleted my what search history. You know what I mean?
huh. Mm.
Like, oops, my mistake.
Yeah, Samsung's such advanced fucking technology, cell phone wise. Um, I don't like the TVs. I still like Sonic technology. I like Sonic laptop and Sonic fucking TVs.
I don't know what Sonic is.
Sony.
Oh, Sony.
Yeah, sorry.
That's Japanese, right?
Yeah. Well, Samsung's Japanese too, or is it Korean?
Samsung is, but Android is Korean.
Okay.
I know, right? Like this tells you how good a global economy is.
Yeah,
But
I'm okay with like oh, you hear
but
about Japan, dude?
what about Japan?
Dude, they went 3 months without childbirth.
Oh, that's not
Yeah,
good at all.
I know. Like that's not fucking good. Like, dude, like populations like really it's
The Japanese are a proud people too.
yeah, and I do. I like the Japanese culture, and a lot of Japanese culture influence into America too.
Okay.
Vice
Because
versa, because we brought
historically, the
Elvis.
Japanese have been very violent.
No, 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 no. But after World War II, brought Elvis and stuff
After
like
the
that.
United States nuked them, and said, "Sit down, shut the fuck up. This is what you're gonna do now." They
Yeah,
didn't even
but
have military until Trump showed up and said, "You guys are allowed to build a military now."
yeah, they need it now because now they're fucking too. They're like
But
they're being
I'm
fucking
just
threatened by
saying,
China.
the Japanese have historically been insanely violent.
Yes, but you know what? The culture itself is amazing. You have to admit it.
Oh, it's very, especially their tattoos and their artwork.
Artwork and arts and stuff like that. And okay, the back in the '60s and stuff, we got the Magnificent Seven. They came from Japanese movie theater movies.
Okay.
Yeah, like Magnificent Seven, all this Western type of style. We kind of we translated from samurai to a cowboy.
Some of them.
Yeah, and it's like movie theaters just and like you saw the last Godzilla that came from Japan.
No.
Oh, that was
Oh, from
amazing.
Japan, the one from Japan. No, I did definitely didn't see
No,
that. I
no,
didn't even know it
no,
ever
no. The last one that just came out like last beginning of the year. It
was
was
from Japan.
wow. Yeah, the one from Japan.
I didn't know. I didn't even know it happened. Last Godzilla I was aware of was the one with Jack Black.
No, no, no. There was one that came out with that just it did they only used like $1 or $2 or some shit like that, and they made like millions of
Oh,
it. It was
oh,
bad. It was a badass. The movie, like wow, like actually Godzilla is badass. No, I mean Godzilla is bad. And the Japanese, they put the World War II in it too, like
so I guess the bombs made the radiation to make
something like
Godzilla
that.
grow.
Yeah, but do you know what? They did not blame Americans. They just like, hey, you know what? We fucked up. This is what it is, and the people, big government wasn't helping. It was actually the city that decided to kill Godzilla, and it was bad. Like it was amazing, dude. Like wow, and they're gonna remake it, but black and white now.
All right.
I mean, it was. I enjoyed the movie. Like wow, everybody was talking about it. I'm surprised you didn't see Godzilla 01 or something like that.
You'll have to send me a message after the show and to remind me to watch it because
Oh, just the previews. Okay, you need to follow this guy. Like, what's the name of this? A British guy. He is a movie critic,
I don't follow
and
movie critics. I don't
the
care.
Casual Drinker or something like that. And he talk about like what movies are good and not. Yeah, enough. you know what? He's kind of right and stuff like that. So I like follow his, what he's talking about. His recommendation. You know.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to where we were. Trash in
Yeah.
Puerto Rico.
Oh, well, let's actually try hit the next topic. See how we do.
Mm-hmm.
War.
War.
Apparently, Israel is holding off these peace deals that Egypt has suggested
Hmm.
um, until the U.S. presidential election is concluded.
Funny enough.
I wonder why.
Uh, they want to see what happens. Who's get elected? Like
Well,
me, I was talking to just between us and everybody is listening to the podcast. One of my
that's
friends,
dozens of people.
yeah, like 10 people.
No, dozens.
Yeah,
That's at
dozen,
least 24.
2,000.
Dozens, plural, dozen would be at least
Oh, okay.
24, right?
Oh, so bake it dozen. That would be two
That's
more.
13.
Okay, yeah, that's what I said. Until 26. But anyways, my friend is like, "Hey, why do you want to work over here? The government employee. I mean, civilian employee that works at the government base. Like, I don't know." So he gave me the number stuff like that. So I was like, "Let me see how it go. The election go. After if it Trump get elected, then I'm gonna call this guy, see what's up. And that's what I'm
Yeah.
waiting for. Because if Kamala get elected, like, no, I don't want to work in there.
Well, I got a feeling Israel is thinking if Harris wins, we're going to see World War III and prepare for
Yeah,
all-out war.
yeah, I can see
If
that
Trump
happen.
wins, there might be a chance for a negotiation because we're not worried about the rest of the world erupting at the same time.
Yeah, but you know what? Okay, people forget. Honestly, people forget what happened when Trump fucking missed the place. What's the name of the Syria? Was it that he
Oh
missed?
yeah, he killed the American citizen there, didn't he?
Trump.
I thought so. No,
Did he
maybe
kill
not. But
America? See,
no, he just did that. Never mind.
he
Yeah,
just
yeah.
he
Sorry,
just missed the place. Like, you know what? Stop fucking around. I can missile you wherever I want. He just said the message like, "Don't stop fucking around," and everybody like got in fucking place. Okay, we're not gonna fuck around.
well, fuck around and find out, right?
Yeah, and that's what he's about. He's like, and I think he's gonna do it with listen for the Hezbollah get out of fucking places. They're just gonna fucking missile like fuck it. Hey, what's
You know
up?
what's funny? You know what's funny about that? That sounds an awful lot like Franklin Delano Roosevelt's "Walk softly and carry a big stick."
Yeah,
I
but you
don't
know
want to
what?
mess with you, but if you mess with me, I'm gonna fuck your world up, right?
Yeah, but nowadays people don't believe that Americans can do that, and Trump had to fucking send a fucking stick to the face. Like, you know what? Fuck around, find out more.
Yeah. You want the carrot or you want the stick, motherfucker?
Yeah, yeah. Behave, get back in place.
And that's the problem. We're using the stick way too much lately.
No, no, we use the fucking little poking thing. We just poking people instead of fucking sending a stick. Like, get in fucking
No,
line.
the people will get the carrot. I'm talking about these foreign nations. We're giving them the
That's what
stick.
I was talking about. The foreign nations get like fucking poking shit instead of getting the fucking like Trump was talking with Joe Rogan and like, hey, what happened with what's the name of the fucking terrorist group?
Hezbollah, ISIS.
ISIS is like in the journal, like we had to call you about everything. Trump is like, don't call me no more. Go take care of shit and let me know
Yeah,
how that
this is
goes.
your job. Go
Yeah.
do it.
Don't fucking call me. Don't interrupt me. I got other shit to do.
Exactly. No, and that's why you should be. Like, we're not literally at war.
Yeah.
You are supposed to make decisions. You know that, right? It's
Yeah,
like,
you're a fucking
why you
you're a grown ass man. Take care of this motherfucker and let me know how it goes.
you're a 4-star general.
Yeah.
You should know how to do this shit by
Yeah. Don't
now.
fucking call me. Like, call me like for real shit. Like, call me when shit
It's
goes.
like, we got bombed. Okay, now let's talk. What do we want to do about this?
Yeah. So that's what I like about Trump. Like, he delegate to his general, like, take care of this motherfucker. Okay, good. Let me know how it goes. You know?
Yeah.
If
Well,
the shit get
I don't know.
hairy, you need more, let me know, But other than that, don't fucking bother me. I got other shit to do. I got Melania Trump to take care of, okay?
Yeah, I gotta deal with these purple-haired freaks lighting shit on fire, calling me a
Yeah.
Nazi.
No, dude, he was so weak with American fucking protesters and shit like that, but he was hardcore with everybody else, dude.
Mm.
And I think he was trying to be like, I want American people to like me. They're like, no, no, he didn't do shit when fucking everything else was on fire. That's the only down I didn't like about that.
Well, anyway, apparently, Ukraine is blocking UN aid to these excuse me, areas that they've attacked.
Israeli or Ukraine?
Israel,
Oh, okay.
they're blocking UN aid. Um,
Why? What's it?
I'm not taking one side or the other of this conflict.
Yeah,
I've made an effort to stay neutral because it's not my fight.
yeah.
This seems a
But
little extreme to me, but these guys have been very extreme to Israel.
mhm.
But the problem, see, the issue is when you show empathy to your enemy,
Then they fucking take advantage of it.
they cut your throat,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I mean, we praise George Washington for crossing the Delaware River, right?
yeah.
You familiar with that story?
No, tell me.
Uh, Washington crossed the Delaware with his army
Mm-hmm. Never remember that.
on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
Then in the wee hours of Christmas Day, like 3 a.m., they walked into the tents of the British soldiers, covered their mouths, and cut their throats in their sleep. They
I
woke
don't
them up
remember.
to cut their throats.
Okay.
That's the famous picture of Washington crossing. Oh, now I want to say Potomac.
No, the Delaware River.
The Delaware. Yeah, it's a famous
Yeah.
picture of Washington leading
No,
his army.
that was also the Christmas too.
What?
Are you sure about this story?
It was Christmas Eve they crossed. Christmas Day they killed them all in their sleep.
I had to research about this one because I know George Washington. Everybody want to claim George Washington won a lot of wars. I mean, a lot of battles, but he lost all of it. He only won like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, he won the major battles.
The Yorktown was the last one. I know that for sure.
Anyway,
But anyways, yeah, go ahead.
apparently Putin is
Hmm.
concerned about Western weapons being used within the borders of Russia.
Well, what the fuck do
Well,
you expected, dude? Like honestly.
how many times can I hand a dude a rock to throw at you before you start telling me to stop handing them rocks? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like at the same time, if you want to get the fucking the what's the name of the chunk of land that he wants, he should be telling us like, hey, you know what? This is what I want. I want this fucking land. They fucking Russia.
Donbass.
Yeah, the Donbass. They fucking Russians. They just want to be integrated to our fucking place. He probably could have bought it. Hand you Ukraine like, hey, since the fucking fucking
Oh, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying Putin is a good guy.
no,
I'm
no, no,
just saying
but no, but
no.
still
But
fucking
Putin,
sending people to death. He could have purchased that place.
no, exactly. Putin could have said, "We'll give you 1% of our oil sales for 25 years,"
Yeah,
and bought it from them.
yeah. You fucking negotiate, dude.
I'm not saying Putin's a good guy. I'm just saying
No,
that Ukraine's not necessarily awesome either.
yeah, but I'm saying like it's corrupt. That's what I was looking for. Ukraine's corrupt. You could have been like, hey, you know what? Let me buy you this chunk of land, and we're gonna send you this much money for like 2, 3, like whatever percentage they agreed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Putin's is warning about retaliation if we keep seeing Western weapons and missiles,
Hmm.
basically United States, NATO weapons being deployed deep in Russia.
Yeah.
Because
They
apparently,
already they already invading fucking Russia, right? The Ukrainians. So it's gonna get fucking crazy lately.
well, yeah, Russia's saying fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
I really don't want to find out what they got to. Like, I know they got some nasty shit.
I know, but yeah,
Well, the MERV, the multiply deployed uh, re-entry vehicles or whatever it is. They fire an ICBM into space. It orbits the planet.
yeah,
It drops down up to 12 different nuclear warheads that can independently target different places.
damn, yeah,
Yeah, in one missile. I don't want to. I don't want to see what that. I don't want to find out what that shit can do.
yeah. They got the tungsten fucking rods. The United States. I don't know if I should talk about this, but
They say
anyways,
they don't
moving on.
have it. The rods from God.
There's footsteps from God.
Well, apparently, U.S. made Abrams and Bradleys are being used in Russia,
Damn.
and these were designed in Cold War. They were designed specifically for going to Russia.
Mm.
Again, American-made weapons being used offensively in this war that we said we're only going to help with defense.
I'm surprised they didn't pay. They didn't pay now and say made in China. If fucking said, it's like everything's made in China nowadays.
Yeah, well, that's what tariffs will help do. But check this out.
You hear about? You remember? You hear how deep you got into Joe Rogan fucking interview with Trump?
I don't follow him. I haven't listened to that interview yet. I listen to it once in
Because
a while. But
Trump
that
was
guy's
talking
so
about.
guapo.
All right.
Uh, hopefully, it was a good one.
Yeah, I'm already fucking lit up already. It dude's only 3 beers. Damn, fucking lightweight now. It's good.
Yeah, it's because you're sitting at home and being an adult. All
Yeah,
right, well,
it's the weekdays.
thank you all.
9
Enjoy your
o'clock.
week, and here comes the election.
Yeah, let's wipe our shit off.